All right, today I am going to show you how to update to Drive file stream from your Google Drive app. And this applies only to teachers and only to those teachers who are currently running Windows 7 on their devices. So the reason why we're doing this is starting on March 12th of this current year, your app that looks like this in the bottom right hand part of your screen, which is where some of you save the majority of your stuff, this app itself will no longer be supported by Google. So we need to upgrade those of you who use that to this app. So this is the solution. But this is called Drive File Stream. It operates a little bit differently, but it will allow you to have all of your documents and things on your computer and in the cloud. So this is how you're going to switch. You're first going to check that your current Google Drive app is connected and synced. So that has to happen so that anything that is on your current computer is also appearing in the cloud, and I'll show you that in a minute. Then you're going to go to Google Drive, you're going to go to settings, download the new Drive file stream, and then we're going to uninstall the old Google Drive. And then we're going to need to delete your Google Drive folder from your computer. So first step in doing all of this is to make sure that your Google Drive app is running and is synced. Now, I apologize, I don't have that running on my computer, so I have no way of showing you that. I've already deleted it off my other laptop. If you have this little icon, but over here in the right, you would left click it. It should show you whether or not it is synced. So it'll say sync complete and have a little check mark on it. That has to happen first. If it says you're not signed in or you're not connected, that needs to happen first. So make sure this little blue, green, and yellow icon shows up over here and that it says sync is complete. Okay. Next step then is to go to drive.google.com, which is the web version. This part is unaffected by any of this. This is going to be on the web even if you logged in on your student's computer and signed into Google Drive. This would be here. This is where we have to then download the new item. So you're going to go to settings and you're going to click on download Drive file stream for Windows. Now I haven't done that on this computer yet, so you're going to get to see what that looks like. So you're going to click it to download it for Windows. If you're running a Windows laptop, obviously if you're a Mac, you're going to need the Mac version. Wait until that downloads and you're going to go ahead and install it. And that may take a while, but it may show a couple pop-ups here that happen while it's downloading and installing. But once you get to this installation complete, then it should then bring up this new box that is currently loading. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign in with my @JCSC account. Now you'll see that I have this little icon now in the bottom right hand corner of my screen, and you may still have your old one still sitting there next to it. I, again, don't have that on here, so we can't do that. But if you left click this, it's going to bring you up to here. It's probably still going to work on syncing some things. But if I select this, it's going to bring me to the folder now on my computer that it made. Same way as you had that Google Drive folder from before. Now it's just your Google Drive file stream, and it's gonna look a little different. If you notice, it looks like a drive rather than a folder. So it should go ahead and put it in your favorites. It should be down here in my computer. And then that is a place then you can save items, and it will automatically then show up here in the cloud. So next step that we have to do is to uninstall your old Google Drive. And when you do this, you go down here to your We'll startup menu and go to control panel. And that's going to open up a new window like this. And you're going to go down to programs and features. When you click on that, it's going to bring up so all the programs on your computer will show up here, and it may take it a little while to load. Once it has, and you see Google Drive here, not Google Drive file stream, don't delete that because you just downloaded it. It will be Google Drive. Again, I told you that I didn't already have this on my supported. It will show up around here, and it's probably going to be on top since it doesn't have the file stream following after it. So you'll click on that program that will say Google Drive, and it will have this color scheme. Don't delete the blue and white one. You want to get rid of the colorful one. Be in right now. So you'll click on it, you'll hit uninstall, and it will say, are you sure? You will click yes. I don't want to uninstall Chrome. So I'm going to keep it. You'll hit yes. It should uninstall the program for you. And then you'll have one final step, and that is to go to your computer. And it may have already done that for you. On several teachers, it has not as part of the process. One of the folders here on your hard drive will be your Google Drive folder from your old one. File stream is now your new one. It will say Google Drive. You'll need to delete that but if you want it to appear on the web, it has to be saved to this folder. It cannot be saved to that old Google Drive folder anymore. So just go ahead and delete it off, and that will. So here's the first question. Do I have to do this? Only if you use that current Google Drive app to sync anything that's not Google. So if you have PDFs that you want to save to that Google Drive folder and have it appear on the cloud, the drive.google.com version, you do need to do this. If you only use, Google things, you really don't have to do this unless, you're really concerned about it not being available offline. So, if you have lots of other things other than docs, slides, sheets, so if you have PDFs, if you have any Microsoft products, if you have any specific products that are, require a download to your computer, then if you have any of those items, you are going to need to follow this. Why do I have to do this? Again, starting March 12th, Google's no longer, blue, yellow, and green app. It's going to go to the simplistic version. After that date, anything you save to that Google Drive folder, which you're going to delete, it's not going to sync to the cloud. So it's only going to be available on the computer that you use. All right. Third question, who can disregard this? Number one, anybody running Windows 10. If you are running Windows 10 on your computer, you hopefully already have and have been using backup and sync. If you don't, you can talk to your tech person in your building and they will get you hooked up with that if you're running Windows 10. That's exactly the same way the students are. This does not affect the students. Second, if you only use Google products, you can disregard this because you are probably only accessing these things from the web anyway. Number four, will I lose any of my stuff? If you make sure that sync is complete on your original Google Drive app before you uninstall and delete it, everything that you had will still be there. And the next question is, will my stuff be available offline? I'm going to show you how to do this. Yes and no. Drive File Stream does not automatically give you that offline access like the old Drive app did. If you need things available offline for any reason, you have to go to a special folder, and I'm going to show you how to do this in just a minute. I'm going to cover the last question first. The last question here is, will this affect my students? No, your students don't have to change anything. Your students don't even have to know any of this is going on. They have already been set up with backup and sync. Their stuff doesn't change. It's only the teachers who are running Windows 7. All right, so those of you who need, let me check my time here. Those of you who need stuff backed up as an offline availability, you're going to go to this here, and you are going to open the folder. And let's say I get in here and I know that I want this entire school folder to be available offline. I select it and then I right click it. Okay, I'm going to select drive file stream and I'm going to check available offline, and that's going to sync it completely then with this computer. Now, you can still access any of these other things as long as, if you have any questions about any of this, talk to your individual instructional coach at your building. If you are here at the high school, then Charlinda and myself, we'd be happy to, help and walk you through this whole process, and hopefully ease your fears over any of this. So again, if you would have any questions, please feel free to contact me, Dillon at JCSC.org, and hopefully we can have this run smoothly before March 12th.